Hi, Hunter Lovins here to talk with you about how you tell your sustainability story. We're going to work through 3 learning outcomes: how to position people for change and speak to those who don't believe what you're saying, how to frame the benefits of sustainability to reach people who have different value sets, and then how to use more resonant language. We'll talk about what it is that the sustainability movement is doing wrong, how to speak about sustainability, connect to the values of your listener, and then some rules for effective communication. We tend to think that if we pile data on people, facts, figures, they'll get it. Says political strategist Joel Bradshaw, that's not how it works. You change people's minds by speaking to what is important to them, presenting the arguments in their terms. It's not about polar bears. Logic doesn't matter, facts don't matter, only filtered facts matter. Belief systems rule, facts go into people's belief systems, and what comes out is totally filtered by that belief system. Most people are confused today. They don't know where to find good information on sustainability. They don't know what it is that they can do to make a difference. In part, it's because of the way we talk about it. We have our own internal language about sustainability, about how to behave more environmentally responsibly. And then, of course, we have all of these labels. What do they mean? Which one should I follow? We need to think about the audience. To whom are we speaking? What are the words and imagery that set them off? There are a whole set of trigger words that we can stop using and find ways to speak more effectively to people. So why do business people tend to resist sustainability? Because we're not positioning it in a way that they can hear it. We're not speaking to mainstream America. We need to shift from the emphasis of trying to change their set of values, their mental models, to simply changing what it is that they do. In a sense, we need to mainstream green. This is the lesson from Freya Williams, who found this with the book Mainstreaming Green that she wrote when she was at Ogilvy. We need to talk to American values: life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, how it is that we achieve prosperity. Speak to community values and to our American value of individualism. When we talk sustainability with mainstream business people, many will continue to reject it unless we can fit it into their value system. David Korten says that Americans want 3 things: prosperity, security, meaning. We can reframe this as cleaner, safer, healthier, and make a value proposition to them, but we ought to recognize what it is that the other side is saying about these 3 areas and the extent to which our side has been pretty silent. Prosperity. Don't give money to the poor. They're poor. They don't spend it well. And we've all known someone who is a spendthrift, and you give them more money and they continue to waste it. Give money to the rich, this narrative goes. They're rich. They know how to invest. They will invest it on behalf of all of us. And so we see massive tax cuts for the rich. What does our side say? Raise taxes and give more money to the poor. Directly contradictory to this story, however factually incorrect, that is very plausible. People understand today that tax cuts for the rich will somehow increase prosperity for all of us. It's not true, but they believe it. Security. It's the man on the big white horse. And so we elect movie actors to be politicians. What does our side say? Make love, not war. come on, in a manifestly dangerous world where ISIL is running around, where there are terrorists behind every lamppost, we need security. Meaning, my president speaks to God on Friday, and the country goes, well, thank God somebody does. What do progressives say? Separate church and state. We're silent on issues of meaning, on values, on spirituality. And so we come off as lacking a value proposition. We can do better. We can reframe sustainability as the business case, position it as opportunity, show how it solves the challenges facing us, such as creating more and better jobs, and we can connect it to the American values. These are words that business people resonate with: a business case, top-line revenue, mitigating risk, brand enhancement, productivity. CO2, climate change, global warming. We talk about arcane concepts like carbon calculators and audits. Nobody likes an audit. Rather than talking about global warming, which invites a fight over the science, well, the science isn't proven, or saying how we're all going to die, suppose instead we talk about the importance of cutting our dependence on foreign oil, efficient use of resources. When only half the country believes that global warming is caused by human activities, we need to present this in a more effective way. How about this? CO2 costs you money. CO2 dollars. We spend money to buy all of these fossil assets. Business buys it, emits it, and it costs money. If instead we start using resources more efficiently, we pay less. It's really just that simple. The business case. Study after study after study has shown that you cut your carbon footprint, you have 16%, 18% higher return on investment. The companies that are leading in environment, social, good governance, say those wild-eyed environmentalists at Goldman Sachs, have 25% higher stock value. Americans want more responsible products. You build it, they'll buy it. This is the basic integrated bottom line concept, that behaving more responsibly cuts your costs, improves your profit. It increases revenue, gives you better markets, boosts your brand, enables you to recruit and retain the best talent, get investors, enhance your stock value. Again, this is just better business. The companies that are doing this are strengthening their financial position at the same time they're protecting the environment. They're also enhancing our security. We can talk about the bad guys and how they threaten us, and how renewable energy is now being used by the American military because it's more secure, how it enhances economic development, our competitiveness. It gives us independence. This isn't a right or a left issue. My friend Jim Woolsey, who used to run the CIA, drives a plug-in hybrid car that he fuels off the solar panels on his roof. He used to have a bumper sticker on the back that said, "Osama bin Laden hates my car." Jim is most assuredly not a liberal, but he understands the value to American independence of renewable energy and energy efficiency. We can promote the business case with emphasis on traditional American values. Things like small business, family business, reducing, if we're not eliminating fossil fuels. We borrow billions of dollars from China in order to compete with China in the world market for oil. This is daft. Let's power America with American energy. A famous American entrepreneur said this: "Sun and solar energy, what a source of power." Thomas Edison. Jobs. We know that renewable energy is the job creation powerhouse. It's producing already vastly more jobs than the fossil industry, and they're growing faster. Solar jobs are growing 17 times faster than the entire US economy. These are American values. Talk up our successes. Take a can-do attitude. Refer to the unique American pedigree. And we have some unexpected allies in doing this. Beer. Everybody loves beer. So Patagonia is making beer from regenerative agriculture, the deep-rooted Kernza wheat grown by Wes Jackson at the Land Institute in Salina, Kansas, calling it long root ale. New Belgium has done this for a long time, talked about the value of water to producing beer and the need to take down dams, and using a little humor, having their employees moon the camera on behalf of saving rivers for their skinny dip ale. The U.S. military, these guys are burning biofuel, and they're finding that it's simply a better product. Ray Mabus, when he was Secretary of the Navy, said, look, we used to run on wind power, sails, then we switched to coal. We had coaling stations all around the world to fuel the U.S. fleet, and then oil. He said, biofuel is just a different form of energy, and we can make it ourselves. Iconic activities like NASCAR are going green, and we can talk about this. NASCAR has realized that it needs to go green in order to attract adherence. So they're recycling, they're partnering with companies to cut their carbon footprint. They're getting their buildings LEED certified. They're running races on ethanol and badging it as American made. The CEO of NASCAR, just retired because I got caught with a drunk driving offense, said, we're working with the car manufacturers to help them build these features of green energy, of energy efficiency into what they're doing. Indy cars. There are Indy races that are 100% ethanol powered, that run on solar energy. The Sonoma Raceway in California is using its raceway as a place to test autonomous electric vehicles. They've installed solar, they're saving water. They've got 3,000 sheep that wander around mowing the grass so they don't have to have fossil fuel lawnmowers. One of my staff and I did hot laps at the Sonoma Raceway with Mario Andretti as part of a program to bring sustainability to the raceway. Communicating sustainability. Here are some rules. Don't be dull. Don't preach. Be transparent, and then let it out. In the next module, we will walk through these 4 rules.